about 2 years ago. All right, nice decision.
That's a young UA.
Third period action about to begin here. Waterloo will take a 39-second man advantage into the third period. They'd love to get a goal and get back in this hockey game. 20 minutes to go in the third period. Elgin control the draw, swing it down into the Waterloo zone. Hammer will circle back behind his net and set up breakout. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Crawl. Gotta watch that sticky ice. There it is. Elgin steal. Here's Payne down the left side. He's bumped off the puck nicely as Strauss comes across. He throws it on the wall to Dilgy. Not much to happen here. Tough to control the puck on that sticky ice. Long pass to Dilgy down the right wall. He tries to throw it in, intercepted by Elgin, and they'll chip it down to the Waterloo zone. Crawl up the wall to Hammer. All even now. Strauss down the right wall. He works into the zone, a shot blocked into the corner. Strauss first on the puck. Now a whistle, another penalty coming. Interference the call, not sure who's getting this one. Looks like an Elgin player going to the box for interference. Too many penalties in this game. Wolves for the power play. Newton will pull it back to Miller. He'll chip it back to Baker. Baker with a little soft pass to Miller. He works in off the left side. The pass through the seam, chipped away by Elgin. It comes out to the neutral zone. Baker swings it over to Kiriakou on the right wall. Kiriakou will fire it in around the boards. Baker goes down the wall and tries to seal it but can't. Hits an Elgin player on the bench, and that whistle will bring the face-off in the Elgin zone. Newton on the draw. Elgin control the puck into the corner. Puck comes up into the middle. Miller holds the line. He works it to Baker down the left wall. Back up to Miller. Back to Baker. They play catch. Baker down low to Newton. Newton works it out to Kiriakou. Got to get in the front of the net here. Now Kiriakou to the middle. He'll fire a puck tipped in front. Stop. Loose puck, they bang away. Miller spins out of the zone. He works to Kiriakou at the point. Kiriakou walks to the middle, down low to Baker. Baker to Newton. Up high to Kiriakou there. Kiriakou will walk to the middle, leave it to Baker on the left. A long shot, gloved by Lane. He'll hold on for the whistle. 58 seconds to go in the power play as the second unit for the Wolves come out for this power play. Strauss on the draw. He'll win it back. Mulpey. He controls toward the blue line. He's under pressure from Payne. Good job to seal the line, but now Elgin chip it out. Down the ice it goes. 45 seconds to go in the power play. Here's Crawl behind the net. Crawl works up the middle of the ice. Elgin take away both passing lanes. Crawl fires it in on goal. Lane happy to hold that for a face-off. Interesting kill there from Elgin as both forecheckers just seal the passing lane. Leave Crawl the middle of the ice to work up. Mulpey on the draw. Pushes it toward the corner. Up the wall it comes to Crawl. Kroll secures the puck down to Meyer. Meyer, low shot just wide. Strauss picks up the rebound on the half wall. He'll slow it down, work up toward the point. He and Kroll exchange. Back to Strauss in the middle. Strauss with a low shot. Blocked by Elgin. Strauss has to get off the ice as he loses his net guard. 6 seconds to go in the power play. Kroll up the middle. This time Elgin leave the flanks open. Hill will fire it in behind the net. Swings all the way around where Dilgy seals the wall. He tries to bring it to the slot but can't as Elgin pick it up. Jacobs' pass misfires. Now it's Hill at center ice. He circles into the Elgin zone. Shot on goal blocked by the Elgin defender and it swings into the near corner. Up the wall to Jacobs. Jacobs tries to pass through the middle. That's picked off but can't. Hill just couldn't keep the puck from crossing the blue line. Now it's back in the zone. Held by Fast. Takes a shot in lane with the glove. No problem there. .324 gone in the third period. Teams at even strength. Elgin 3, Waterloo nothing. Fast wins the draw back. Gowden Jones sealed on the wall there. Now Fast into support. He tries to work the puck free. Comes to Hill. He'll swing it in behind the Elgin net. Elgin's clearing attempt held by Reel. Back down low for Fast. He tries to center. Can't, but now he walks into the slot. Fast with a spinning chance. Oh, just out of the reach of Gowden Jones as he was cruising through the slot. Hill spins off a check. He's sealed on the wall. Gowden Jones in. He also sealed there as he battles to control the puck and can't. Elgin fans calling for a holding penalty there as the players were sealed up on the wall. Hill down low. Elgin with a big hit from Gowden Jones to knock his man off the puck. Now a shot from a sharp angle. Steered behind the net. Elgin work it up the half wall and they'll throw it high through center. Again, a bouncing puck to Jacobs. Good defense. Oh, a penalty coming from the back referee. Not sure about that. Back referee from about 150 feet away calls a slashing penalty. The referee standing 10 feet away doesn't. Interesting. Want to do some color? Come on over. I have an Elgin fan here. Are you a mother or a grandmother?
I'm a grandmother.
A grandmother here to help out on the Elgin power play here. Do you know anyone that's out there? Is your grandson on the power play?
Actually, I'm just a guest of a family who has a player, Morgan Payne.
Morgan Payne, a good player in his own right.
Yes.
He'll be out on the power play. If he's not there now, he will be shortly. Elgin worked the puck up the half wall. Bine works it to McGregor in the middle. He'll go to the right side. Long shot handled by Harmon with the glove. Good job there. .15-12 to go in the third period. Newton on the penalty kill draw. He fires it right off the draw down the ice. A nice draw there from Newton. Maltby in on the forecheck. He'll circle it up. Newton comes in, a bobbled puck. Ooh, Newton almost had a stick on it. Elgin work it into the center zone. Lawson with a pass to Payne. Here's a shot, a good blocker. Stopped by Harmon, pardon me. Newton with a good stick to chip that away. Back behind the net to Haywood. Haywood bumped under attack from two players as Kroll bodies his man. Only 1-2 on the jersey. Here's McGregor down low. Cycles it through the crease, but fired back up to the right point. Long shot tipped into the corner. Here's Bine on the half wall. He works to the front of the net. A shot stopped by Harmon, loose. And Harmon covers up that rebound. 52 seconds to go in the power play. 3-0 Elgin. Waterloo desperately need to kill this penalty and get something going. Maybe a shorthanded goal here as Miller Dilgy come over the wall. Love to see one of them get loose. Miller wins the draw to Kiriakou to Baker. His shot off the glass, too hot to handle for the Elgin defenseman as it gets down in behind the net. Lane will stop it up. Dilgy on the forecheck, nearly caused a turnover, but Elgin are out of the zone. Here's Graham up through center, cross the blue line in the center, moves it across to the right side. A nice pass now to Elgin down in the corner. Miller steals that puck. He'll try to get it out. A high chip off the glass, gets it down into the Elgin zone. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Kiriakou cuts his man off at the red line as Elgin chip it in behind the net. Baker seals his man and spins. Now to Miller. Miller fans on the clearing attempt. Baker takes a body now. Elgin have the puck off the half wall. Miller tries to cut his man off as Elgin play it down low. Kiriakou with a race to the puck. Ackerman wins that race. Miller and Baker battle on the wall now. Miller seals it, gets it to Meyer. Here's Meyer with a little chip pass. Miller's got a step down the left side. He breaks in on goal. A shot blocked away by Lane. Rebound to Kiriakou at the point. A shot on goal is chipped aside. Miller with a loose puck, throws it to the front of the net. Now Hammer with the loose puck. He cycles down to Miller in the corner. A pass doesn't connect. Miller kind of fanned on the pass there as Elgin chipped his stick. Now a loose puck gets by Reel. Reel in his zone under attack from Powell, but good support there from Meyer. Meyer to Hammer. His pass doesn't connect, but he collects his own pass. Rebound to Meyer over the blue line. Shot on goal, blockered away by Lane. Fast working his man over as Edmondson works through center. He'll throw it in behind the Waterloo goal. Crawl works into the corner. He'll bump Powell off the puck. Fast tries to play it, but gets it to the slot. It's turned over. Again, a turnover that Fast recovers, and he'll throw it off the wall, but it's clipped in by an Elgin player. Now Fast with a good effort to get it out to center. Elgin throw it back deep. They'll be happy to keep the puck in the Wolves zone. Crawl waits for the breakout. Up the middle, works it to Reel on the right side. He'll chip it into the Elgin zone. Luxton in on the forecheck, bodies his man. Myatt picks up the loose puck, plays it to the half wall. Now Elgin swing it in behind their own net. They'll work out high off the glass. This should go for icing if Newton wins the race, and he does. Icing on Elgin, 11:41 to go in the third period. Wolves desperate for a goal here to get back in the hockey game. Newton, Maltby, Luxton up front. Haywood and Kiriakou on the back end. Newton wins the draw to Haywood. He'll throw it toward the net. Block puck, Newton fanned on his shot. He collects the own rebound. Shot on goal that Lane knocks up in the air and collects with the trapper. He's been hot tonight. Newton on the draw. He'll win it clean to Wilhelm. Stops it up to Luxton on the wall. He'll play it down to Newton. Newton walks out of the corner, tries to center, but it's intercepted. Elgin throw it high through center all the way down the ice. This will be an icing. Wilhelm retreats. Elgin coach not happy with that play as he's given McGregor the business there for that high chip through center. He got a little too much on it perhaps. They want that puck bouncing at the blue line. That one sailed right in almost to the face-off circle. Scrambled draw. Luxton and Newton battle, but Elgin come away with it as Jacobs plays it up through center. Wilhelm tries to play his man to the wall. A long pass through the center of the ice to Bine. A low shot tipped up into the netting. 11:04 to go in the third period. Elgin 3, Waterloo 0. Miller on the draw to Harmon left. Miller wins the draw through his legs, but Elgin first to the puck as Baker didn't collapse to that face-off. Kiriakou with a heavy hit on his man. Long shot on goal. Doesn't connect as it goes wide. Miller behind his net. He pushes it up the wall to Kiriakou to Dilgy. Dilgy can't control, and it's McGregor at the point. He'll cycle it in behind the net. Miller cycles in. He takes a heavy hit. He's going to draw a penalty. That's going to be a headshot. There's the whistle. Headshot against Miller. Don't even it up, boys. Don't even it up. Elgin parents don't like that call, but looked to me like the hands were up in the face of Miller as the body came, and then again the hands up into the face right away. Head contact. Let's see if it's 2 or 4. 4-minute penalty to Elgin. Waterloo desperately need a goal to get in this game here. They'll take a power play. Face off to Mopey. He swings it back to Hammer. Quick little pass. Good job to get it to Crawl. He'll slow things down. Work to the middle. Low shot blocked. Elgin try to clear but can't. Oh, now they get a loose puck and they throw it just off their bench. So face off here. Should be inside the zone, and it is. Strauss on the draw. Mopey and Dilgy up front with him. Hammer has to adjust his neck protector. Puck drops anyway. Hammer holds the wall, but he's under attack there. Good job by Payne to pinch the puck out of the zone. Here's Crawl in his own zone. He'll circle out. Head up, pass to this near side to Strauss. Strauss works down, stops it up on the wall. He'll throw it to Crawl. Crawl down low. Mopey, oh, it bounced over his stick. Elgin will clear it out. Tough hop there. Again, Elgin looked to seal the flanks here as Crawl brings it through center. He'll flip it in, but that puck intercepted. Strauss now at center ice. He works to carry it in, long shot in, blockered into the corner by Lane. Dilgy in on his man with a check. Elgin flip it out into the neutral zone where Baker picks it up. He'll go across to Hammer. Gotta wait to get onside. No, not in time as that's offside. 2:45 to go in the 4-minute penalty. Here's Newton on the draw. He'll win it toward Miller, but it's into the Elgin zone. He couldn't get to it, and they throw it the length of the ice. Not much productivity here from the Wolves so far on this power play. Here's Baker. He'll go through center with some speed. He's across the line and chips it in. Baker swings it to Hill. Hill couldn't get a shot away as he moves it to Newton. Newton leaves it for Miller on the half wall. Miller, soft pass to Kiriakou. He'll work to the middle. Kiriakou down low to Newton. Newton tried to center, but it was blocked away by Elgin. Newton up the wall to Kiriakou. Here's a shot deflected up high and wide of the net. Baker on the wall. He's knocked down. Miller knifes it into Newton. Now down low in the corner where Hill comes to help. Miller and Newton play catch in the corner. Newton a soft pass to Miller. He scores! Miller finds the top shelf as Newton made a beautiful pass out of the corner. Hill takes a cross-check in front of the net after the goal. He's all right. The Wolves are on the board with 8:19 to go in the game. Hill causing some havoc in front of the net. A great job by him to attract the defenders. Miller got a nice pass from Newton, and he made no mistake finding the top corner. Oh, Elgin take another penalty on the cross-check on Hill, so a fresh 2-minute power play here for the Wolves. Newton on the draw. He'll win it to Kiriakou. Wolves on a fresh 2-minute power play here. Here's Baker through center. He'll work down the right side. Into the zone. He'll swing it back to Newton. Newton works down the wall. He'll leave it for Miller, who cycles out of the corner. Walks toward the middle. Works all the way down the left side. Miller with some speed here. Cuts to the middle. Backhand shot stopped by Lane. Puck out to Kiriakou at the left point. Cross to Baker. Baker has seen pass to Miller. He couldn't handle the pass. Luxton behind the net. He's slow there. Miller, a pass to Baker. One-timer. Just wide. Oh, a great chance there. Miller works out of the corner. Slows things down. Up the point to Kiriakou. Kiriakou to Newton. Newton down low to Miller. Miller tried to find Newton in the slot. He would have been happy to have that give and take. Miller across to Newton, but it's stopped up by Elgin, and they throw it the length of the ice. 59 seconds to go in the penalty. Long pass from Harmon to Newton at the blue line, but he off his skate. He throws it rink wide to Baker. Good play to slow things down. Here's Baker through the neutral zone. Over the blue line, but it's pulled away by an Elgin player. Good job by Baker to lift the puck. Kept in by Waterloo. Down the wall they go. Maltby collapses. Elgin tries to clear, and now they do. Here's Baker back in his own zone. 29 seconds to go in the power play. Baker cycles it back to Wilhelm. Wilhelm with speed. He'll go down the left side, and Elgin player lost an edge there. Now it's Baker at the left point. Reverses to Wilhelm. Wilhelm to Baker. The one-time shot. Blocked Newton at the side of the net. He controls it. Newton back to Baker. 4 seconds left in the penalty. Here's Newton. Low shot on goal. Tipped by Meyer, but good save by Lane. Here's a breakaway chance. Player was out of the box. Oh, and Wilhelm had to take that penalty. Penalty shot coming. The most exciting play in hockey, folks. Penalty shot for Elgin. Who's coming over the wall? So a tough play there as Waterloo late on the penalty, turned the puck over. Elgin fired it high to center ice. And I don't know who the player was. It might have been Pettipice, but he was away on a break, and Wilhelm, a good job to thwart the shot on goal. Here's the penalty shot. Here's Pettipice. He comes in down the center of the ice. A shot on goal, stopped by Harmon. What a great save. Great stop by Harmon as he blockered that puck into the corner. Pettipice tried to beat him low under the blocker. .6:10 to go in the third period. 5-on-5 hockey here. Fast on the draw. Elgin win the draw. They'll work it toward the slot, but it's turned over. Tripped by Elgin. They're going to get a penalty now. Strauss down the wall. Harmon to the bench. Kiriakou with a shot on goal just wide. Elgin will touch this up for the whistle. There it is. A trip as Waterloo came out of their own zone, and the player was tripped up. So with 5:56 to go in the third period, another penalty to Elgin. Too many penalties. Newton, Strauss, and Miller up front. Kiriakou and Baker on the back end. Here's Newton on the draw. Draw comes to the corner. Elgin fired around to the right wall where they recover the puck, and two Canucks work through center. High flip to Kiriakou. He'll play it behind his net. Set up the power play breakout. Here's Kiriakou away through center. Long pass to Miller. He can't control it, but it comes to Kiriakou. A pass across. Chipped away by an Elgin sliding defenseman, and they'll play it down the ice. Here's Baker. He'll work through the middle. Seam pass to Miller at the side. He'll work it up to Strauss. Strauss over the line. He'll slow it down in the corner. Stop it up to Miller at the point. Miller down low to Kiriakou. He and Kiriakou will exchange out to Baker at the top. Baker to Kiriakou on the right side. Back to Baker in the middle. Back pass to Kiriakou. Works to the middle, back to Baker. Back to Kiriakou here. He'll leave it for Baker. Baker walks in. Nice pass to Miller. Oh, what a save by Lane. Great glove save there as Miller was trying to go high. Nice stop by Lane with the glove. Great pass there from Baker to Miller. Miller on his proper wing. He couldn't one time it. He had to catch the puck and shoot. And by that time, Lane came across. Kiriakou at the right point. He'll go up to the middle to Baker. Baker walks over to the left side. Long shot on goal. Knocked down in front. Elgin will throw it down the length of the ice with 34 seconds to go in the power play. Harmon leaves it for Baker. Baker will come through center. A pass to Newton. That's how you break that trap that Elgin plays. Strauss down to Newton. Newton swings it behind the net. Miller can't control the pass again. Got to get a stick on that pass. Harmon with a dangerous pass through the middle of the ice. It was almost knocked down by an Elgin player. Now the penalty expires here in 4 seconds as Strauss works behind his net. Strauss with a long pass to Newton. Picks it up on the backhand across the blue line. Little pass into the slot. Dilgy tried to get loose but couldn't. Now it's behind the net. Strauss and Dilgy go to work, but a loose puck comes to Elgin. They'll throw it high to the blue line where Wilhelm knocks it back in. Now it's out to Baker at the blue line. He shimmy shakes and moves it to Newton on the far side. Cross to Wilhelm, back to Baker. Baker under attack here as Graham steals the puck. Wilhelm comes to support. Good job there as he cycles behind his net. Strauss works behind his net. 3:20 to go in the third period. Little drop pass to Wilhelm. Wilhelm works through center and throws it into the far corner. McGregor cycles back, tries to throw it out, but couldn't. Now it comes to Wilhelm. He'll throw it down low into the corner. Dilgy on that puck. Pass to Strauss. Oh, a shot blocked. Whoa, he tried to go to the far corner, and good block there by the Elgin defenseman. It kicks up into the netting. .302 to go in the third period. Let's see if Waterloo bring their goalie to the bench shortly. Fast, Dilgy and Mulpey up front. Wilhelm. We've got an equipment issue as Rio goes to the bench. A new defender comes on. That'll get Fast thrown out of the face-off likely. Nope. Fast on the draw. Wins it to the half wall. Elgin tried to kick it up, but Dilgy seals the wall there. He and Mulpey go to work. Dilgy throws it down low. Harmon's still in the net. Fast pinched on the wall there. Now Mulpey comes in for support. He circles around behind the net. Walks out in the slot. A shot just stuck away by an Elgin stick. Now Elgin throw the puck up, and it's just into their bench. Good chance there for Mulpey as he circled. Now Harmon comes to the bench as the face-off will be in the Elgin zone. New line over the wall for Waterloo. Miller, Strauss, Newton, Baker, Hill. Kiriakou will stay on the ice. Now maybe a timeout called. Yes, timeout called by Waterloo. .38 to go in the third period. Elgin trying to protect a 3-1 lead. Waterloo with an empty net here as 6 attackers will come on for that offensive zone face-off. Newton on the draw. Newton will push it in between his skates. Comes to the line. Kiriakou knifes it. No interference there as Elgin fans call for that call. Long shot on goal. Gloved by Lane as Hill. Again in front of the net. A great job by Hill to cause havoc in front of Lane. He's attracting at least one, if not two, Elgin defenders. Lots of traffic in front of Lane. That's the way to do it. Face off again to Lane's right. Newton on the draw. Puck comes to Kiriakou at the right point. He'll swing it off the wall to Baker. Baker, long seam pass, tipped by an Elgin player and into their own bench. A couple of coaches bail there as that puck sailed in head high. Newton on the draw. Comes into the Elgin corner. They'll rim it all the way around to the right side. Kiriakou can't get there in time. Now Lawson bearing down on Baker. Baker spins off, but he's knocked to the ice. Got to support here. Waterloo just leaving Baker on his own there. Hill, good job to slow things down. He'll throw across ice to Baker. Baker to center, swings it back to Kiriakou. Last man, a nice play to Newton. He'll knife it in. Hill first on the forecheck. Good job to hit his man. Comes to Baker at the line, down low off Miller's skate, and Elgin recover a loose puck. Throw it the length of the ice. That'll be an icing. .141 to go in the third. New lineup out for Waterloo. Fast, Meyer, Maltby, Dilgy, Wilhelm, and Kiriakou. Draw comes to the Elgin corner. They rip it around the boards. Wilhelm will pinch it off just at center ice. Move it to Kiriakou. Kiriakou circles back to Wilhelm. He'll break out of the Waterloo zone. Loses the puck. Now a little spinorama, and he fires it in. Three Wolves in on the forecheck as Lane rifles it up the wall. A nice job by Elgin to clear that puck down. Another icing coming as Kiriakou retreats. Waterloo just really can't get much control in the Elgin zone. Elgin doing a great job on face-offs. Face-offs so important in this situation. Got to get control of the puck. Here's Newton on the draw. He'll be thrown out. A little late on the change there. Miller will come in. Miller wins the draw back. Meyer back to Wilhelm. Long shot on goal. Another good glove save by Lane. He's been sharp. Newton now on the draw to Lane's right. Nope. Elgin tried to make a late change there and they get thrown back out. Now the centerman will have to get out. Newton on the draw. He wins it. Hard draw kept in by Wilhelm. Nice job. Oh, off the wall. Nice job by Strauss to hold that puck. Now Elgin catch it. Again, just puck bouncing around in that zone, and Waterloo just couldn't seem to get a handle on it. Few times now. 53 seconds to go. Newton behind his net. He'll circle out through center with speed. Up the right side and down low into the Elgin zone. Newton fast in on it. Here's Dilgy. Miller behind the net. He'll go over to Newton. Newton kicked it again, and just again a bouncing puck. He just can't seem to control it. Not Newton's fault, but again, just a bouncing puck, and the Wolves just seem to have trouble getting the control of the puck they need. 6-on-5. Now Elgin with a goal. 23 seconds left. Some difficult bounces in the Elgin offensive zone. Waterloo just couldn't get the passes on the tape, and they just couldn't really control the puck. Elgin tenacious on their defense. Even though 6-on-5, they were buzzing around their zone and really causing havoc for the Wolves. So 4-1 here in the third period. That'll be game 3. 23 seconds to go. Puck to reel. Haywood back to reel. Long pass to Hammer. Chipped in. No icing. Lane will swing it around. Elgin happy to just chip that out as Gowden Jones plowed his man. Hopefully that's not a 5. Charging penalty with 8 seconds to go. I hope he doesn't give him more than a 2-minute penalty. That could have been a dangerous hit there. Don't want anyone suspended here late in the game. 2-minute penalty, that's good. 8 seconds to go. We don't need anything crazy here. Fast on the draw. Loose puck comes to Haywood. He'll throw it up, to Reel. He'll throw it to center, and that's the game. 2 seconds to go as the buzzer sounds. 4-1 Elgin here in Game 3. Similar score to Game 1 in their home barn. Let's see if Waterloo can duplicate their magic on home ice. We'll be at home Friday night, 7:30 at the Manulife Sports Complex. We'll see you then, folks.